Hi, Cancer Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message, or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread, and then we'll get a major arcana, and then we'll get a card from the End of the World deck as we know it, created by me, having the lunar phases and zodiac signs. Everything's been pre-shuffled. We're going to go ahead and begin. Possible title here for you, Chocolaté. I hope everyone is doing well, feeling well, and staying blessed. So shuffle these a few more times here. Cancer Moon. Okay, let's get your cards out here. Is someone lying to you? Seen that page ride. I shouldn't be suspect. Cancer Moons. There's that pen too. Cancer Moon. Getting the energy of like taking a closer look. Also too, I was looking for a push pen and I couldn't find it. And it has a clear head on it, so it's kind of hard to see. But sitting at a different angle in a different direction with the sun hitting it a little bit. We're the daylight anyway because there's not much sun out. I found it. I was sitting right here in the same spot, just turned a different way. So that might mean something. Let's get your next 3 cards. Cancer Moon. Okay. Cancer Moon. Cancer Moon. Notice where that fell. Put that there. One more card. Ooh, injustice. Seen that. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll set this here. Let's see what your first card is. 7 of Cups. No confusion. That's what I'm getting there. That's all I'm hearing too. That's going to be your energy with Cups. And then also Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. 7 energy will be connected to the angels. And then also balance. 7th house energy of Libra is also going to be relevant as well. It could be possible, all options off the table here too with all those cups overturned, but mainly I get there being no confusion. I'm getting this here with I believe it's the Page of Rods. No confusion, no succubus is what I'm getting here too. No, 2 of Wands, but that's the same energy. I did pick this up. I'm getting the same thing. I picked this up for the community post, one of the community post readings, where there was a 2 of Rod, an Empress reversed, and I don't even remember. Was it an Emperor reversed? I don't know. Maybe. But that's what I'm getting. And there's a sense of inaction here, but I get it being connected to the energy. So I picked this up as someone who was hiding and receiving something that they should have not been receiving. And with this overturning, we're in the upright, I get succubus energy, and that'll be a Princess of Rods or a Page of Rod energy. And I get this as this person here. where you can see this person here giving the world to them. And I feel that this is speaking to the succubus energy and there being no confusion. I picked that up before I even turned this card over, so I'm going to go ahead and stay with that. And then Roz is going to be fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a fucus. If we have time, I might even take that card out just to show the distinctness of what I was picking up there with that page of Roz. Slash succubus energy, could even be incubus energy, which would be the masculine form of the succubus energy. And this was in the same direction, in reverse energy for that same reading that I just brought up. It wasn't an emperor reverse. I don't even remember. I think it was an empress, and then there was strength reversed. That's what it was. I just remember the angry face, and so sometimes there'll be emperor cards too that have the same angry face that I was picturing, but it's the angry face that's in the strength card of this deck here, and that was the other card. So it was the Two of Rods reversed, the Empress reversed, and the strength card reversed. And the other energy was an Empress, not receiving, and it was strong Scorpio energy. And then the strength reversed on the other side of the Empress was coming through as another person who was very, first of all, it was being brought to light. There was illumination of a surrounding for an Empress in reverse who was being disrespected and mistreated, but that also being about learning about self-love. And then that strength reverse is also going to be about losing control. It's a sense of weakness when it's in the reverse versus the upright. Okay, so let's see what your next card is. Five of Cups. And with this card being here, it may be both parties that are here with there being no confusion. Like there being regrets. I almost feel like it's the hiding energy, because this is a hiding energy here too. You can't see their face. And the reason why I didn't get that Empress reversed that was next to this card being a part of the reception is because that Empress reverse was faced this way. You can actually see this person face this way, and those 3 cups spilled being exactly what the succubus energy could be about. In short description, it'll be a very negative attachment, toxic, karmic energy, possibly. That's been actually coming through associated with some of the readings that I've been doing, where there's been a succubus on one side and then a reverse Page of Pentacle energy, which is associated with dark magic. It possibly being the same person, it being 2 people, don't know and don't care. But take what resonates for you. The center energy, just as it is, and you would see it, the center is always going to be significant. The center is the creme de la creme when it comes to almost anything. So with that center energy, even though it was in the center and there were surrounding energies, that center has nothing to do with that surrounding energy wanting to be surrounding. And I was getting also that centered energy being a very protected energy, where now I'm picking up the World card. And that being a card of 21 in the Major Arcana. It also coming together to create a 3. The 3 card being the Empress card in the Major Arcana. So major regrets I get here. Again, I get it possibly being both energies of the 3 cups spilled, where it could possibly be this person here that's now in regrets for indulging in these 3 cups connected to that mysterious energy that we can't see here. But for some too, it also came through as a Queen of Wand energy, Queen of Rod, I should say, from this particular deck. Where in this deck here, the Queen. Why can I say that? The Queen of Rods. In this particular deck, This is such a long story. I don't even wanna. But there's a wilted sunflower that they're holding that I picked up on, and then referred back to a reading that came through a couple of readings ago. What was that? Taurus. And the reading from like 2 years ago talked about that same wilted sunflower. So I do get, for some of you, if not all of you, that Queen of Rod energy with the wilted sunflower. And that being a toxic and negative energy, where I picked that up 2 years ago in the upright position, but could detect and sense the negative energy that was coming through, and the perpetration of being an upright Queen of Wand, where the more dark energy of a Queen of Wand came through with the deck that I was using at the time. So then, yeah, what I'm also getting is this possibly being this person here, seeing those spilled cups connected to this energy here, and then having their back turned to a Two of Cup here, where there's no confusion now. And then overall, we have, with that Two of Cup to the Seven of Cup, the Nine of Cup. The Seven of Cup to this Ten of Cup here is going to be a Ten of Cup. But you can see that Ten of Cup not being something that was built on solid foundation. And that just takes me back to the succubus energy, because we have 3 spilled cups, where all of those cups should be standing and not be, well, even these are overturned here too. So I even get that wish fulfillment with the Two of Cup connection here, being a part of the spilled cup energy overall, and selecting a Three of Cup energy versus the Two of Cup of happiness and great relationship and partnership. Fives will be transformative energy. And then the cups is going to be more of your energy, Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. That 5 energy could also be it'll be connected to strong sexual attraction too. And then there will be the higher vibrational energy of the 5 of the Hierophant that comes from the major arcana. So then we've kind of got like some in-between realm energy kind of going on here too. And I feel it's connected to the learning of lessons here associated with choices. Let's see what your next card is. Ten of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here is there being no confusion about what the truth of the Ten of Pentacles is to be. I want to say it was the Aries reading, one of the Aries readings that I did. Not the latest one. And it may not even be that one. A Fucus, maybe? I fly through these readings. But there's a child in this card where you can see them. And in one of the readings that came through, the child was speaking, and very loudly, as you could see the hiding energy. And it's very similar to what we see in the Five of Cups. Where I picked up in that reading someone being there, this feminine energy being there when they're not supposed to. And that being a part of the concealment. Security blanket I'm even getting now here with your reading. And that being all over the masculine energy. And you can see the extension towards this feminine energy. Where I'm just getting someone claiming something that was not theirs. But now, this being a little bit different here with this coming after the Five of Cup, where I'm getting that Two of Cup association, and it coming underneath the no confusion energy of what that true Ten of Pentacles is to look like. 8 of Pentacles will be across here, where I get that being about the work being done. The proof is in the pudding. And then you have each of a pentacle here on each side, where I'm getting what I was talking about earlier with the succubus on one side, the Page of Pentacles reversed on the other. There's been a monkey in the middle type energy. I'll just go it'll be in Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles cards in the Egyptian tarot deck that I just spoke on yesterday that I posted about. There was a monkey in the middle energy that was hiding in the midst of some melee connected to like a third party situation here, where it's very similar to what's going on here. But those two pentacles, the monkey in the middle energy was known for juggling and getting in the middle of two very abundant people, each of those people representing a pentacle. And so I get these two pentacles representing each person who has done the work and having something to show for it, seeing the fruits of their labor. So with this Ten of Pentacles coming through, very possible that for some of you, if you've been slighted, with there being some kind of confusion, however that may have come about, there's no more confusion. And if you have not been seeing the fruits of your labor, you will be. We have Two of Cups and then the Ten of Pentacles here. Following the illumination and discovery of, the truth is what I'm getting. That Ten of Pentacles will also stand for that foundation being built on integrity and truth and clarity and love. Unconditional love, which a lot of you, most of you, all of you know about. I like to refer to Cancerian energy a majority of the time when speaking on unconditional love, just because of the house, which is the Cancerian house that it belongs to. That being very important for security and stability. So I do get this with that Ten of Pentacles as well. And then that being connected to your polarity energy of Capricorn. Pentacles energy will also be Virgo and Taurus. 10 energy, this will be strong Capricorn too, with that 10 energy being present, 10th house energy of Capricorn. So this being the strong polarity energy of relationships and partnerships for you, speaking to that 10 of Pentacles and the importance of that 10 of Pentacles being in your life, along with the beautiful love and reciprocity of unconditional love when it comes to this Two of Cups shared between two. Let's get your next card. We have the Hermit. There's more hiding energy, I noticed. But I also get this being possibly the same energy. Where I got it maybe being this energy, but I feel it's more the Three-Cup energy associated with who's on the other side receiving that, or was in receiving mode, being more associated with those spelled Three Cups there. So I see this being about turning towards the Two Cups here, where this will be strong Virgo energy, 9 energy, Sagittarius energy also being significant. And I get very benefic and abundant energy. Also, there being significance when it comes to communication. Body language being very important also too. And I feel it's very notable with your heightened senses, being able to detect and take note, as I'm doing here in this reading. So this person's facing towards those Three Cups. I get a sense of this Two of Cups being connected to this Ten of Pentacles, being clear on this, turning towards this. You can see this being the action of turning towards this and moving on and moving forward. With this energy, this is also about enlightenment here too. And so then also too, with this card coming underneath, I just feel it's more of the masculine energy that's in the Two of Rods. A very unique Hermit card this is here too. But you can see him holding the lantern. I just get a direction of action and initiation. And it could even be having the back turned to what was being picked up on that other vibe with the succubus energy and going towards the true Ten of Pentacles. So with this Ten of Pentacles being here, I do get this somewhat associated still with what came through here. And maybe not even wanting to, like everything that this was built on was false. So wanting to start anew, having to go within, discover the truth and the light, to build a new Ten of Pentacles, this being very important for this energy here. And this could be you, or this could be who may be coming towards you, because I do get a sense of that being here. Let's see what your final card is. This is the Empress reversed, Joe. The one who's been mistreated. And this just confirms what I picked up with that Empress reverse energy, because it's in reverse. And now it's here as justice. That's pretty hardcore. Another thing I'm picking up is the energy going from the Empress to the energy here of 11. And that being a significant part of the journey for the Empress. So everything from the 3 to 11 in the major arcana will be significant. The card right before being the Wheel of Fortune. And that's actually come through a couple of times over the past few months. I'm almost getting like a Wheel of Fortune reverse with this energy here. And that being connected to the Empress and speaking to the parts of their journey. Like almost every part of those numbers, going from the 3 to 11. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The Strength card here will be 8. So that being a part of that journey. And that Strength card reversed is actually going to be spoken for here as a testament to what's also here too, connected to that Empress reversed energy that I picked up. So I do see this energy making their way towards, and a lot of you could be this energy here is the Empress reversed. And as I said, that Empress reverse was mistreated. Now she's wearing the energy of justice here in reverse to speak to that. So that just confirming, as I said before. The 11 energy is 1 and 1. That's also High Priestess energy too. And with that reversal energy, I also get not listening to intuition, not listening to the High Priestess. That has come through before too. And then I also get Gemini energy as well. And so we have, and I'll go through the numbers here before I move on. From the Empress, the card of 3 will be the Emperor, of 4, the Hierophant, of 5, and these will all be in reverse energy. That's what I picked up. Strong Scorpio energy too. So a lot of darkness associated with that path, in particular part of one's journey. And then the 6 of the Lovers, and that being disharmony. The 7 will be the Chariot, and that's speaking to imbalance. And then the 8 is going to be that Strength card, and that being the energy of what I picked up as being on the other side of the Empress, connected to this card here, the 2 of Rods, from that one reading I just spoke on. And then the 9 energy of the Hermit is actually in the upright here, and it's before the Justice. So this, I feel, is speaking to some newness here also too, after this Empress having gone through particular, and it could even be with that reversal Hermit energy, this energy not being present because they were involved in this here with the Succubus energy, but there being no more confusion. And then the 10 card right before the Justice card is that Wheel of Fortune that I mentioned, and that in reverse will speak to misfortune, some hard times, hard luck. I wouldn't even say it's hard luck. I do feel it may be connected to the 3 of Cup energy. And then that spilled energy overall with the 7 of Cups here, and then the 3 of Cups here, and the 10 of Cups all spilled will speak to that 10 of Pentacle energy of the security blanket energy and the hiding energy. And the Succubus energy also being this feminine energy here, where the child energy was, I feel, was helping. These children today that are coming into the world are being structured with different planetary energies versus, decades ago, or even, when we were all coming up as children, for those that will apply. And so the communication of these children being very, very different and very significant, but they do speak. And telepathy is a major part of what's taking place more often with these children, because it's the way of the world. We're in the new age of Aquarius here. So that child speaking up for themselves, I get also too, because I did pick up that Ten of Pentacles, there being some kind of fighting on the other side of that blanket, some kind of discord, and then that disharmony energy will speak to, that the Empress was experiencing, will speak to that also too, because it's going to be a soulmate connection, so it being felt across the board. So I get that being on the masculine's end. Also too, that reversal lover's energy and the upright energy being more pertaining to selecting when it comes more to temptation and passion, and the Three Cups spilled there. So I do see, and look at the mirroring energy of the Roman numerals. No confusion. I do feel that with the enlightenment energy from the Hermit, it's also an awakening energy, and we do have a sense of 1111 here too, even though this is a 9. With that reversal energy, these would also be mirroring, but I just get a sense of these looking very similar, also speaking to the matching energy of two soulmates, and how this may come about in almost everything that each of you do, no matter what it is that you're doing, where you are, or who you're with, and it becoming more noticeable as we continue to move on and move forward into this new age here. So I do get also to the Hermit coming forward to help to bring this Justice card into the upright, where there is fair treatment, where there is justice being served, where there is balance being restored, being given, things being made fair, and an Empress slash High Priestess slash Lady of Justice being treated right and respectfully. Very interesting too, I'm noticing you can't even see the other side of the scale here. So that, speaking to the High Priestess energy and the mysterious energy coming forth. I even see a sense of this, that sword is very mighty. It's very pretty too, very decorative. And that may speak to the creativity of this Lady Liberty, Empress, High Priestess energy. And then I see 2 W's on the breast here, upon the breast here. Woman energy. First I got win, but I also got woman, and that being important, standing in the name of justice when it comes to women and being mistreated. So standing for something, and then it actually coming through and being supported by the universe here too, as there's workings here to correct things and make things right, where we see this Hermit coming forward towards the justice energy. All right, Chocolaté. And then, very interesting enough, Chocolaté, that is going to be very close to the energy coming from the Hermit energy of Virgo. Sirens. The color for Virgo is brown. Chocolaté. Of course, it can be white, but we know how that comes about. Everyone, I shouldn't say everyone. That's so cliche. But typically, when one would think of chocolate, just due to traditional 3D programming, brown would be the color. So I do get that being associated in some way here as to how we got this title. I'll tell you how I got this. Hanging around some friends. One of them speaks Spanish, and there was a dirty bucket of water nearby. Came out and he looked at it. Said Chocolaté. Yeah. So I feel this is about cleansing here too. Being connected to toxicity with me saying that. And the water association being very important as to, the love and what was existing from within. I do feel that this is also not just for things to be made right, but for someone to go through a process of cleansing and healing after coming away from some toxicities here, like this being the chocolate, the water that was tainted. Um, and not to say, I mean, it just speaks to toxicity. It's not anything derogatory. It's speaking to the components of the journey here. I don't call people names, and I don't like to have people feeling like they're dirty or anything like that. It's just the expression of how this all came about. I get the toxicity of that speech on the dirty water being associated with that, and it not actually being about someone being dirty. Just want to make that clear. All right, so, and then also what I picked up with that, speaking on that, the transmutation of that beauty, and it actually being about some yummy, delicious, take a bite out of me chocolate, and being associated with the color brown. And that's it. Let's get your major arcana. For Cancer Moon. We'll take what wants to show there. I'm almost getting a sense to do this here, but I feel it may be about releasing energies connected to the succubus. That succubus energy is strong attachment energy that can be very hard to release from. I know this personally for myself, coming out of a marriage where we were together for 20 years, married for 12. And we were still seeing each other after I filed for divorce, paid for divorce, and all that. And I had a really true wide awakening, realizing that I had gone through all that pain, all that hurt, all that experience, and being at a disservice too, because I do feel that the rulings were not fair, but that's in the past. But it dawned on me, you went through all of that. Why did you go through all of that only to be with that same person? So I totally understand, and I feel that's why I'm also here able to speak on the succubus energy. Like, I'm not just all willy-nilly throwing out things. Like, I've actually been a part of a situation associated with this. I even see a little raindrop. My cards got rained on maybe about a month or so ago. It was a month ago. Sirens. And so there's a little raindrop here too. I feel that may be similar to what we see here with the Emperor being present and that face now showing. I get this Hermit energy being the Emperor. And that being a card of 4, this being the counterpart to the Empress. Sirens again. So having some enlightenment, going within, seeing the truth, finding the truth, moving towards the light. I even get the Death card too, with the way that the Death card is associated, where you would see an energy facing towards the sun. Possible 2-tower energy, but those towers are going to be the pillars of justice. And I feel that's also getting away from 3D perspective and heightening up and elevating. Having greater perspective on the truth from within rather than what's being told on lower vibration by outside energy. And this being, also too what that Emperor represents as well. Being that boss, being the boss of your own life and the head of your life. And so another thing I want to point out before I move on are the items being held. It could be about wanting to initiate into a contract, as the Hierophant energy and the upright will be associated with that. And that also being counterpart energy to the High Priestess. The 4 energy that I spoke on earlier. This is true love. I feel that this energy knows this Empress energy. Emperor knows this energy very well. Empress energy knows each other. You both are soulmates. You know each other. Whether you have met or not, you know each other. And so I get this being the importance in showing up for the Empress energy here as the security and that stability being important, and that being also why the Emperor card wanted to show, being associated with the Hermit card energy. And then a lot of you may be the actual Emperor yourselves, having gone through this, connected to the succubus energy, and are now present here with that 4 energy strong as your representation of being a Cancerian moon strong energy, possibly, or just having strong Cancerian energy in your chart. I do see the color red here distinctly on the shoes. That could be significant. I feel it may speak to the work and seeing the fruits of one's labor. And then also the association that I get here with it being the backing of justice. I get that being like the high priestess in front of the veil, and the feet being associated with the work that's been done. And then the red you can kind of see here in the 3 cups there. I get, or even like a distinct pink, it's still a shade of red. I just get that being about the falsity connected to someone wanting to claim the work of someone else, and there being confusion in the past, but there no longer being confusion, because what's meant to be is going to be. If it's not taking place, the universe is going to make sure that it's seen through, because it's already written in the stars and designed before we even get here, and no one or anything could ever change that. That's pretty much it. Let's get your final card. This is really, really dope. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right. Cancer Moon. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I do. 1 card for Cancer Moon. Jeez Louise. This one was on top. That one was on the bottom. Ooh. Ooh, and look where they landed. I didn't even do that on purpose. Okay, so I think that kind of speaks a message very strongly there when it comes to a Scorpio and a Gemini, and a very strong soulmate connection that has possibly a very strong sexual attraction. That's very, very possible here with the Scorpio and Gemini energy, and it's very, very pretty. Very energetic too. I can feel it. Just the way that the energy of these cards and how they both delivered themselves connected here. That glyph energy going right over the justice energy with the 2. Very sweet there. Strong Scorpio energy. The 8 energy will be 8th house energy of Scorpio. That could be significant, but I do get that being this upright energy, and it being the strength in the upright, but it not even being connected to the reversal energy. So it's more of that caring of this Emperor towards this Empress, knowing what the Empress has experienced with that strength card in reversed on the other side, being the upright energy of that strength card for this Empress. So coming through in beautiful ways here, very strong and powerful and impactful ways, and that just taking me back to the Mercurial energy that's connected to the Virgo energy. So great intelligence I also get here too. And then that Scorpio energy is going to be speaking also to the journey of what the Emperor energy, Hermit energy has experienced here with the amount of darkness, and also pertaining to the darkness. And the Scorpio energy I mentioned connected to the Empress. And the amount of darkness that each of you have had to experience, what you were willing to go through in order to get to, which is a beautiful blessing of 2 of Cups here, of beautiful, unconditional, agape, strong, solid love, where there's no option to build on anything but integrity. And having this knowing from within, and then discovering this as you build and go through certain parts of your journey with particular karmic energies in order to close those cycles for good. Because moving forward, none of that will be taking place, and the love can preside. The dam has been broken. The water is coming in. That's what I'm getting. And I even get that holy water being held. It could even be considered ink, but I do get holy water. This being a great amount of love, like an offer of love that's coming through, connected to a contract. Magician 1 I also picked up here too. I didn't mention that while I was speaking because I got zoned in. Just speaking on the contract energy and then flowing away from that. But I did get the Magician 1 also being associated, and then that will just pair in with the Gemini energy, with the Magician card being a card of Gemini, but then it also being a card of Aries, and then the Emperor being a card of Aries. So it's like the infinity symbol is what I'm getting. What we put out is what we get back, but this also being about the soulmate connection between divine masculine, and divine feminine, because the Empress and the Emperor energy are going to represent that. But let me go ahead and read the cards here, and this will complete your reading. I think this is super pretty. This is so dope. So dope. And well deserved here too, Cancer Moons. You all have been through a lot to get to the beautiful love that you rightfully deserve, the comfort, the security, the luxuries, the happiness and the joy and the peace, the serenity. As within, so is without. So for Scorpio at the top, it says no words. So that may be significant. I did mention the very detailed energy and being able to pick up on that rather than taking things for what they are from certain people on certain levels, that being important. And then the symbol for Scorpio will be here, and I've been picking this up as the circles that I've made here as moon energies. So sexy. Color for Scorpio will be red. And then it says, for Scorpio, come ready to play or don't play at all. Your life is about to change as you will rise from any fall. Phoenix. Energy of 8 in the upright. So beautiful energy. And that will also be the infinity symbol too, sideways. Very important there. Then for Gemini, we have the Lovers. And it being upright energy. How special is that? So then for Gemini, it says so magical. The beautiful glyph here will be that 2 energy connected to the Justice that's here. But also Gemini, twin energy and being in the moon. Yellow will be the color for Gemini. And then for Gemini it says, twinning, Magi is a great power. Utilize your tools by the hour. Then after, go take a shower. Hashtag negative cleanse. So that will speak to the energy that was being, I feel it was being picked up a lot here from the Empress energy being connected to the Emperor energy going through all of this here. And the Chocolaté. I don't speak Spanish, I took French. Chocolaté energy being significant there. Very significant. And speaking to what I was actually meaning when I was telling that story about the dirty water and it not being a derogatory statement towards anybody. I don't want anyone to feel bad. So that will just confirm the toxicity and the importance of cleansing, negative cleansing. And that could be like taking salt baths. It could be energetic, visualizing, mantra chanting, meditating. There's many things that you could do to do a negative cleanse. I'm actually going to be doing that myself. I already ran some bath water. It's the Venus aura currently, so I'm going to be taking a nice little goddess bath after I get finished here. And then as I say that, I notice the energy of 3 and the Empress energy being present here in the upright. So why don't we just go ahead and do this here? Because I feel this is the energy that's coming through here with all the upright energies and the strength and the beautiful power and divinity coming from this masculine, divine masculine energy here. This is beautiful. But I feel it's also speaking to the Gemini magician power from within the Empress. And that's speaking to the 3 energy associated with Gemini 3rd house also there too. And this being right before your house as well. So then that counterpart energy of the 3 being right here with the 4. So just as I said, like it could be anywhere, anything with anyone. You're all your soulmates. So it's going to show. The connection is going to show. It can be felt, it can be seen. No matter what. No matter what. Cancer Moons, this completes your beautiful reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. As I begin my outro, I saw 4444. Take great care. I love you all so very much. Peace.